Hey guys, it's Luke Secora here. Thanks for watching this video. Today we are going over the product and materials you will need on your journey through Home Project Challenge. First thing you're going to need is a scale. Now when we're shipping out our own product, we need to print out our own shipping label. And the price for that shipping label is going to depend on the weight of the package. So, because we're having to weigh these things so that we can pay for them, first thing we're going to need is a scale. So stuff that you have maybe under 5 pounds, you might need a scale that weighs in ounces. For stuff over 5 pounds, you might need a larger scale that can handle that. All the way up to, guys, sometimes I'll be selling stuff that weighs maybe 70 pounds. That's very, very rare, but I have done that. Next thing we're going to need, guys, is bubble mailers. That's step 2. And sometimes, I use boxes for really big stuff, but 95% of what I sell is under 5 pounds. So I use 4 different types of bubble mailers. The first type of bubble mailer is the smallest, and it's going to be a 4-inch by 8-inch bubble mailer. And it's probably about this big, if you can tell that in the screen. But it's pretty small, and I fit stuff under 10 ounces or so in there, plus or minus. The second size that I have is 6.5 by 10 inch. And then we go up from there, 10.5 by 16 inch. And the largest size bubble mailer that I use is 12.5 by 19 inch. And literally that's, maybe it's as big as your stomach area, kind of, the whole thing, 12.5 by 19 inches. And sometimes I put stuff in there, maybe 3, 4, even 5 pounds, maybe under a pound, whatever fits. Anything over 5 pounds or anything that can't fit in that bubble mailer, you'll want to go ahead and get a box and put it in there. And you're going to want to stuff that box with maybe crushed up newspaper or old paper, or maybe get some popcorn or some bubble and wrap it up in there. Whatever you feel comfortable with, or whatever you want to use, that's fine. But step 2 kind of is bubble mailers, and that's what we're going to use to get things across the country safely and secure them professionally, discreetly. So next up we have number 3, the third thing we're going to need on this journey. Everyone's going to need some tape to either tape your boxes, or you're going to tape your labels. And I used to tape my labels, but I don't do that anymore. I used to print them out from the printer after I'd pay for them. You weigh it, and then you can put in the weight in the label option, and then that determines the price, and you pay for it, and it'll spit out a label. Well, I used to spit those labels out on just regular computer paper, and I used to tape those onto my packages. But now, since I have so many more orders coming in, I thought a little bit smarter, pay just a little bit more, but the time that it saves me for buying adhesive shipping labels actually makes me more money. So I buy adhesive shipping labels, and it spits right out of the printer. On one sheet of paper you have 2 labels, and you just peel them off, stick it on, and then throw your package. You're done, and it's literally that fast. So lastly, the 4th thing that we're going to need on this journey through Home Project Challenge, you're going to need ink. Obviously, right? If you're printing out labels, you're going to need an abundance of black ink. You don't need any color ink, and we're not going to be printing anything with color. So, black ink to go with it, and that's pretty much it. You really don't need too many materials for this challenge. And there's literally no overhead. And it's really simple, and I'm so excited to hear everybody's testimonials and how you're doing. If you have any questions at all, please, please, please leave them below this video. And also, I want to remind you, if you think that getting all this stuff is going to be a little bit of a difficulty, and you don't want to go to all these stores and try to pick up all these items, don't worry, guys. I've actually created a link, and it is homeprojectchallenge.com/materials, and I have that provided here below. You can go ahead and click on that link, and it'll take you directly to a page where all of this that you need is there, ready for you to buy. I have it at really, really great prices for you guys. That way, you can afford to get what you need, and it's really cheap, and it's not a lot of money to start up, and this is it. So go to homeprojectchallenge.com/materials. And as I always say, motivation follows action. So guys, let's get this going. Act tonight. If you buy it right now, you'll have it in a few days. Maybe if you're buying it on Thursday or Friday, it'll be in early next week. So you can get your stuff listed, and then by next week you'll get all the stuff in that you need to go ahead and ship your product out. Next week, a lot of people are going to start selling their products. So let's get this in, let's get prepared and get ready for next week. Alright guys, thanks so much for listening. I hope this video has served you, and please leave any comments or questions below, and I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. Thanks so much guys, I'll see you on the other side.